What did they tell you in that meeting?
It was really just a contract negotiation. We didn't discuss anything character or what they wanted to do with me at that time. We were just in JR's office and we just went over money and terms of contract. And we finalized that, and I flew back home. And it was quiet for a while. They would reach out, and then they flew me up to do, like, I met with Jonathan Coachman, and yeah, we were doing like interviews, and he was just asking me all kinds of questions, like, what's your favorite ice cream? If you're an animal,
Right.
what kind of animal would you be and why?
Right.
Yeah.
Do you like long walks on the beach, Scott?
Yeah, almost. It was literally almost like that. Um, and then I flew back home.
So you're not doing dark matches. You're not doing
Mm.
house shows. You're not training at
No,
the warehouse. Nothing.
nothing. I think I signed with them in October of like 90. What was it? 98. I think 98. October 98. And I didn't do my first dart match until March.
Wow.
And I was getting paid by both companies for like 3 months, which,
Nice.
yeah, every Monday I had a check from Titan Sports and Turner for 3 months, because I literally signed as soon as, I got on that thing with JJ and got that 90 days taken out, and I went up and met with them literally within a week, and I think that week actually, and signed the deal, and then a week or two later I started getting paychecks from both. They were both coming in the mail. Pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, the statute of limitations are up. So Turner, if you're listening to this, you're screwed, buddy.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And then they started talking about they wanted to bring me in to tag with Val. That would be my intro to tag with Val Venus. And that was the talk at the time. And actually, we were getting really, really close to it, because they were talking about even like, hey, we're going to have you show up at Monday Night Raw with a bunch of girls ringside, and you're going to be like his understudy in porn that ran him out
That's great.
of the porn business, and he got into wrestling. And of course, they had the whole backstory as to why that made sense and stuff. And see, that was the great thing with WWF. It was like, there was give and take. They controlled more of that aspect. WCW gave you a little more, you had the freedom to do things, but it was almost too much freedom.
Right.
And not enough direction in terms of going, hey, or at least going, what's your thoughts on this? What do you want to do? And you do it, and then they kind of mold you from there and go, okay, here's the, WCW gave you nothing in terms of what they wanted to do. WWF was always like, it was always, everything was planned out, and they had a thought process for stuff. And the Val Venus thing fell through the cracks because they were just catching a lot of heat from the sponsors on that character. And it was just because they had gotten really edgy at that time, and they were just in that whole attitude era, and they simulated that castration with Val, with the Japanese guys and stuff. And I think that was like the kind of the end for that character, and which was an awesome character. And I was like, oh, this would be I was super stoked about the game. I was like, oh, I can work this. This is in my wheelhouse, I think. And I think, I won't feel like I'm having to do something unnatural. I think this is good for me. And and I want to say like a few weeks before that day, that's when they pulled the plug on it. He went to write to censor, and I went dead. And then I was just doing dart matches.
Did you talk to Vince McMahon at all during this? I'm sorry.
No, I want to say, I did talk to Vince. Like when I did that fight, with Coachman, I talked to Vince too. I met and talked to Vince, and we really didn't go over any. He didn't go, oh, I've got this in mind for you at this time. He was more just talking to me, finding out, my background, I mean, he was really delving into everything. Is there anything unique or quirky or weird that you do that you like, you don't
Uh-oh.
like?
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
That's a slippery slope, you know?
isn't it?
Yeah.
It was bringing up like the draws stuff with the whole like,
Yeah.
when he found out he could like puke,
Yeah.
you know, kind of thing. And um, but yeah, it was just like that. And it was like, and they were really asking me what I thought in terms of me, like what, and of course I've always been an athlete. I mean, that's been my thing. Always ran fastest, threw the furthest, did all that. And that I was almost like it was like a Mr. Perfect kind of thing.
Right.
And so, but yeah, there was nothing set like, okay, we think about, this is what we're wanting to do. And that went on for a while until I dislocated my jaw.
In a match?
Yeah, in a dart
Uh,
match.
With who?
Um, he ended up, I think, Joe. Um,
Just
oh
Joe?
God,
Joe Legend?
Joe Legend, Joey Legend. Yeah, had a dart match with him, and close to you. It was up in New York at uh, God, my brain's shorting out bad right now.
Nassau
Not the
Coliseum?
Rangers.
Nassau Coliseum.
Nassau, yes, Nassau. Yeah. Joe was a left-hander,
Hmm.
so I was at you should have zigged and zagged kind of thing.
Right.
And I came off the ropes, and I was just used to working. A lot of guys right-handed guys. I don't think I'd worked anybody left-handed at that time. And it wasn't like his fault. It was just kind of a bad timing kind of thing. And yeah, it caught me right in the jaw and dislocated it. And it was supposed to be me, Bossman, and one of the Dupp brothers. You remember Mike Dupp
Sure.
and
Bowed
his
up
brother?
and
Yeah,
bowed
Bo
up
Dupp.
and messed up or something. They had all kinds of weird
Yeah,
names, but yeah.
yeah, Bo Dupp was supposed to. We were going to be with Big Boss Man and almost be what Roman Reigns and those guys did
Oh wow.
with their gimmick, because we were going to be Vince's, I guess, like enforcer, Secret Service, his protection. But it
Right.
was explained to us like any dirty work Vince wanted, we would do it. And Boss Man was obviously the lead guy on it, and then myself and Bo were going to be the other two guys in that. And Bo ended up and got just messed up at the hotel.
Yeah.
And uh, unfortunately, that ended up and killed that. And it was like, I'm superhero again. It's like I'm going
Right. Right.
with things, and that's just how it went from there for whatever reason. And that was the last real character pitch that they had for me. Um, and then WCW was bought, and then it's like then I went even then everything got even further on the back burner because I
Right.
mean that was such a cluster, man. I
Yeah.
mean, just being there, it was just the way it was described to us how it would be. Vince had this big meeting with us and said, nothing's going to change. This isn't going to affect you guys at all. We're going to do it. They're going to have their own show. Pretty much just how it was,
Right.
how it had been. WCW have their own night and time. We'll have ours because obviously talent will cross over, but it shouldn't affect you. And of course, it didn't work out that way.
You mentioned a lot of dark matches you worked. I got to work a few dark matches. I got to work a
Yeah.
rookie. I got to work a rookie Kurt Angle, one of his first
Oh
matches,
wow.
carry him through a match. Believe it or not. Anyone you got to work with in a dark match when they were just starting out turned out to be a big star?
No, I didn't, except for John Cena.
Oh, well, he did pretty well for himself.
Yeah, he was just uh they had just brought him up doing darks, and he was just out of the prototype. And I think he was just calling himself, John Cena. Yeah, that was the biggest. That was the biggest one I had, which I'd been off at that point for a while.
You want to plug anything? If promoters want to reach you, if anyone wants to get in touch with you?
Right now, it's Facebook. Scott Vick, actually, I don't. It's not Sick Boy. It's Scott Vick on Facebook. And then Instagram is Scott Sick Boy Vick on Instagram.